The war of words between Tank and Lamont Roach Jr. is only escalating as days go by. What began as an online spat has transformed into a full-blown rivalry that has fans talking about their upcoming fight next year. With every tweet and exchange, the tension rises and the stakes grow higher.
I promise you, you better lead them home. You better lead the females home. On my mother, you better lead the females home and the kids. On my mother. Yeah, now watch this. Now watch.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis is known for his fiery personality, but his latest warnings aimed at Lamont Roach Jr. have taken things to a new level. He's going to die soon, Tank lashed out, making it clear he's not here for games. This wasn't the first warning either. From threatening comments like, "Do not bring your family on fight night," to "I'll break your jaw," Davis is sending an unmistakable message that he's ready to dominate.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm assured.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
Lamont Roach Jr., the WBA super featherweight champion, hasn't backed down though. His trolling on social media seems to fuel the fire. Just recently, he poked at Davis saying the WBA lightweight champ needed to spar with heavier fighters if he wanted to stand a chance in their December bout. Tank's response was a sharp comeback. "I'll do my talking inside the ring." The feud seemed to build for a few days until Roach decided to stir the pot again, ahead of an NFL game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Commanders. Roach attempted to troll Davis, who's a proud Baltimore native. Roach from Washington, D.C., shot his shot, but quickly found himself on the receiving end of Tank's biting wit.
When the people who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get dumb. I'ma beat his ass.
He can't do shit with
for real. So y'all better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was quiet.
This is different over here, Roach posted, clearly trying to taunt Davis. Tank wasted no time firing back with, "Yay, you asking for it." The response left Roach stunned, so much so that he could only reply. But the hits didn't stop there for Roach. His hometown Commanders lost the game, with the Ravens securing a 3-0-2-3 victory. It was a double blow for Roach, both on and off the field, when the Davis vs. Roach fight was announced. Fan reactions were lukewarm. Many saw it as an easy win for Davis, who boasts a perfect 3-0-0 record. However, the ongoing online drama has reignited interest. The trash talk and heated exchanges have added layers of excitement to what initially seemed like a one-sided affair. Aware of the skepticism surrounding his chances, Lamont Roach has vowed to put on the performance of his life. This fight represents the biggest moment of his career, and he's determined to prove the doubters wrong. On the flip side, Gervonta Davis is looking to make a statement, not just to Roach, but to anyone who questions his dominance in the lightweight division.
One more question before I go. Why not fight Tank at 135?
Tank ain't gonna fight him, man. He not gonna fight him.
You gotta realize with Tank, he on that other side where he's gonna, act
take
like
all the cupcakes. Hell, say it.
Man, I'm quite sure. Fight you here.
So you saying he don't want to put that record up?
Look,
Shady.
While the main event now has some talk, the undercard is shaping up to be equally, if not more, compelling. Fans are particularly excited about the return of Jamal Charlo, a former WBC middleweight champion. Charlo is expected to face Thomas Lamanna as he looks to rebuild his career and reestablish himself as a top contender. Adding to the excitement, Stephen Fulton and Brandon Figueroa are set for a rematch that many are already labeling a potential match of the year contender. Their previous bout was an all-out war, and fans are eager to see if the sequel can deliver the same fireworks.
When he's fighting me.
Hey, what's the other game plan?
Whoop his ass. I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds, but I'm always looking for a knockout. And if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock his head off.
And if that wasn't enough, reports suggest that David Benavidez will take on Jesse Hart as part of the co-main event. Benavidez, known for his aggressive style, always brings excitement to the ring, and this matchup promises to be no different. The ongoing rivalry between Davis and Roach highlights the power of social media in modern boxing. These platforms have become battlegrounds where fighters build hype, draw attention, and engage with fans. For better or worse, the online heat often spills into the ring, adding another layer of intrigue to the sport. In the case of Davis and Roach, their Twitter battles have done more to promote their fight than any official announcement or press conference. Fans are now invested not just in the outcome of the bout, but in the personal animosity between the two fighters. As the fight approaches, the big question remains, can Lamont Roach back up his words? Moving up a weight class to challenge Davis is a bold move, and while he retains his super featherweight title, stepping into Tank's domain is a whole different ballgame. Davis's power, speed, and precision make him a formidable opponent, and many believe Roach is biting off more than he can chew. However, Roach is no stranger to adversity. He's made it clear that he's coming to fight, not just collect a paycheck. If he can withstand Tank's early onslaught and take the fight into the later rounds, he might have a chance to shock the world. Gervonta Davis has consistently asserted his dominance as one of the best fighters on the planet. The 30-year-old is the reigning WBA lightweight champion, having made the most recent defense of his title with an 8th-round knockout of the previously undefeated Frank Martin in June of this year. Davis's next outing has already been confirmed with a clash against Lamont Roach penciled in to take place on March 1st, 2025, at the Barclays Center in New York.
The amateurs, silver gloves, everything. They grew up actually together, you know. Roach and him, back and forth battles and whatnot. It's going to be a pretty interesting fight, you know what I'm saying? Because Roach he come to fight, and I think it's a great fight.
Roach has lost just once as a professional, falling short to former WBO super featherweight champion Jamel Herring in 2019. In a conversation with Stephen A. Smith on YouTube, Davis's coach Calvin Ford claims the only man that can actually beat Davis is Davis himself. Tank. Against Tank, that's the only person that's going to beat Tank. I'm just telling you, there's a reason why Tank is here. I'm just the voice in his head that knows how to push them buttons, and we still ain't seen greatness yet. Everybody talks about Shakur being a master boxer, but at the end of the day, what Tank does, he's setting everybody on notice. I'm trying to give them the blueprint, accept the money, and see if you can beat him.
No one's been able to solve Tank Davis. What do you need to do together with you and your team and obviously your son to score that victory?
We got a game plan. We're going to execute it, and we're going to get the
Move that head, bob and weave.
Ford's confidence in Davis is grounded in years of observation and experience. When you get under the lights, man, it's a different ball game. When you get in that ring and stand across, the speed is different. The power is different. I can't hit him like I want. I'm hitting him. And it's not even phasing him. The only person that I see is going to beat Tank right now is Tank Davis. Has been persistently linked with a mega fight against Shakur Stevenson in recent years, with the duo remaining on a collision course heading into the new year. The matchup is one that boxing fans have been clamoring for, as both fighters bring unique skill sets and undefeated records to the table. While the Roach fight is the immediate focus, the prospect of Davis facing Stevenson continues to loom large in the background.
I think he actually took this fight for the naysayers and all this and all the people talking shit about the fight. I think he actually took the fight because he know that I'm a dog, and he want to prove his skills against a dog. So I'm gonna show y'all what happens when two dogs.
The WBA lightweight champion's reputation for finishing fights with jaw-dropping knockouts has earned him a massive following, and his clash with Roach is expected to draw a packed crowd at the Barclays Center. Lamont Roach, however, is not a fighter to be underestimated. Despite his lone professional loss, Roach has shown resilience and skill throughout his career, making him a credible challenger for Davis's title. Roach's camp has been vocal about their belief in his chances against Davis. In interviews, Roach's coach has emphasized his fighter's preparation and determination. Lamont has been waiting for this moment his entire career. He's not just coming to fight, he's coming to win, his coach said recently. This sentiment has added another layer of intrigue to an already compelling matchup. Davis, however, remains unshaken. The Baltimore native's confidence is bolstered not only by his undefeated record, but also by the caliber of opponents he has faced and defeated, from Leo Santa Cruz to Ryan Garcia. Davis has consistently risen to the occasion in high-stakes fights.
Tank and Lamont Roach. Is that the right opponent for Tank?
I don't know why everybody is kind of sleeping on Lamont, but he has a decorated amateur career too. He's a very steady kid. He's very skilled. Tank is Tank. You know, and when I say Tank is Tank, I mean like he's a bad man. He can fight. He's tough. I know we had our dispute back and forth or whatever, but at the end of the day, if we talk about just boxing,
Then there was Shakur, who, even though supported the idea of this fight, doesn't really see it as a fight for Tank. Shakur Stevenson has never been one to hold back his opinions, especially when it comes to Gervonta Davis. Recently, Stevenson expressed his belief that Davis made a questionable choice in selecting Lamont Roach Jr. as his opponent for the highly anticipated March 1st fight. According to Stevenson, the more deserving option was number 3 WBA lightweight contender Edwin de los Santos, a fighter known for his dangerous punching power and aggressive style. But why does Stevenson think de los Santos was the better pick? And what does this say about the brewing rivalry between these two elite boxers? Let's dive in. Shakur's view on de los Santos. Stevenson's suggestion of Edwin de los Santos wasn't made lightly. De los Santos, who holds a 1-6-2 record with a staggering 14 knockouts, is a force to be reckoned with in the lightweight division. Stevenson believes that a bout between Davis and de los Santos would have been a true test of Tank's mettle. More importantly, such a matchup could have shifted the narrative within the division. De Los Santos previously faced Stevenson in a hard-fought battle in November 2023, where Stevenson emerged victorious via unanimous decision. However, it wasn't a walk in the park. The narrow scorecards of 116-112, 115-113, and 116-112 reflected just how close De Los Santos came to upsetting Stevenson. Despite Shakur's claims of being injured during that fight, critics pointed out his defensive evasive style, which left many unimpressed. If Davis were to face De Los Santos and struggle, or worse, lose, it would elevate Stevenson's own stock and validate his place at the top of the lightweight hierarchy.
I think he actually took this fight for the naysayers and all this and all the people talking shit about the fight. I think he actually took the fight because he know that I'm a dog, and he want to prove his skills against the dog. So I'm gonna show y'all what happens when two dogs.
Stevenson didn't shy away from pointing out the strategic implications of Tank avoiding De Los Santos. If Gervonta Davis were to knock out De Los Santos, it could undermine Stevenson's prior victory against the same opponent. Conversely, if Davis had a difficult time against De Los Santos, it would bolster Shakur's argument that he's on equal footing or even superior to Tank. By sidestepping De Los Santos, Davis may inadvertently shield Stevenson from facing renewed pressure for a rematch. This is a move Shakur views as advantageous for him, allowing him to maintain his standing without the immediate threat of another encounter with the heavy-hitting contender. In essence, Shakur implies that Tank might be doing him a favor by not picking De Los Santos. It's a chess move in a division full of calculating players. But does Tank see it the same way, or is there another layer to this decision?
His power not outrageous. Okay. His good defense.
You think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around, move.
While Shakur may be critical of Davis's choice, he didn't dismiss Lamont Roach outright. In fact, Stevenson took a moment to praise Roach, calling him a great fighter who could give Tank a tougher challenge than many anticipate. Roach, a natural super featherweight, is stepping up in weight to challenge Davis for the WBA lightweight title. It's a bold move, and one that Stevenson acknowledges could create fireworks. I think it's going to be a hard fight, a lot harder than people expected to be, Stevenson said.
Steven Espinoza said Shakur turned down a one-fight deal to fight you because he wanted a multi-fight deal. What's your thoughts on that?
He's not worth it. He's not worth no multi-fight deal. He's not even worth it. Come on, man. Anyway, gotta fight somewhere else and prove himself. Then, like, you know how they got UFC and like the underground shit? You gotta fight on the underground shit and get back.
However, Shakur also recognizes that the odds are stacked against Roach, with Davis's record standing at 3-0-0 with 28 knockouts. Few expect the super featherweight to pose a significant threat, but upsets are not unheard of in boxing, and Stevenson believes Roach could surprise many with his grit and skill. The decision to face Roach instead of De Los Santos has added another layer of intrigue to the lightweight division. Stevenson's comments not only fuel the ongoing rivalry between him and Davis, but also add pressure on Tank to deliver a convincing performance on fight night.
I say 9th round.
What?
I say 9th round.
You said 9th?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at 9th.
I'm telling you, you saying you going down in a 9th?
For Gervonta Davis, this fight isn't just about defending his title, it's about silencing critics like Stevenson who question his choices and legacy. For Lamont Roach, it's the opportunity of a lifetime, a chance to pull off what would undoubtedly be one of the biggest upsets in recent boxing history. But it's not just Shakur who had some comments. Bill Haney is confident about seeing his son, Devin Haney, face off after Tank's WBA lightweight title defense against Lamont Roach on March 1st. It's a bold call, considering the circumstances surrounding Devin's career and his recent struggles. A potential bout with Davis would likely require Haney to drop back down to 135 lbs or agree to a catch weight of 137. While this matchup would generate significant attention, the motives behind Bill Haney's insistence remain unclear. The suggestion of a fight against Tank Davis has raised questions about whether Bill Haney is angling for a cash out for his son. Devin, now 26, is coming off a crushing loss to Ryan Garcia on April 20th. That defeat, where he was dominated and ultimately stopped, has seemingly taken a toll on both his confidence and his career momentum. Since that fight, Devin has remained inactive, with Bill Haney confirming that his son won't return to the ring until a year has passed. This extended layoff only adds to the speculation that a fight against Tank might be more about securing a massive payday than genuinely believing Devin can win. The idea of a cash out isn't far-fetched at this stage in Devin's career. Taking on one of boxing's biggest stars could serve as a lucrative send-off, especially if his team believes his chances of reclaiming his former glory are slim. Another interpretation of Bill Haney's call-out is that it's an attempt to keep Devin's name relevant in a rapidly evolving lightweight division. By attaching his son's name to Gervonta Davis, a megastar in the sport, Bill ensures that Devin remains in the conversation among top fighters, even after a damaging loss. It's possible, however, that Bill genuinely believes Devin has what it takes to beat Tank. While Devin's confidence may have been shaken, his father has never been one to shy away from bold claims about his son's abilities. Whether this belief is realistic or merely bravado is another matter entirely.
Do an interview or anything, like he hit his interview here, he'll tell you that he was actually in the ring while we was sparring, while me and Devin was sparring. He was grabbing my arms, like, while I'm trying to punch Devin, he was grabbing my arm, like, nah. Like, he'll push me on the ropes and everything while me and Devin sparring, like. Right. But it was like, it was more so of...
For Devin, a return to the lightweight division could represent an opportunity for reinvention. At 135 lbs, Haney was known for his size advantage, often towering over his opponents and using his reach to dictate fights. Moving up to 140 in 2023 was a gamble that didn't pay off, culminating in his brutal loss to Ryan Garcia. If Haney were to drop back to lightweight, he could once again use his size to dominate smaller fighters, much like Gervonta Davis has been doing. Davis, who shares a similar physical frame to Devin, has found success at 135 by exploiting his natural advantages. Devin could follow suit, revitalizing his career and positioning himself for marquee matchups against the likes of Tank Davis.
I think he was like 17. I wasn't that much older than him. I think we probably like 3 years older, apart, but I feel as though he slowed down. All that partying and drinking and stuff slowed him down.
Thank you.
One factor driving Bill Haney's urgency is Tank Davis's rumored retirement plans. Tank has indicated that he intends to retire after 3 more fights, likely in 2025. With the clock ticking on Davis's career, the window for a high-profile showdown between Devin and Tank is rapidly closing. If Devin is to secure a fight with Tank, he'll need to act quickly. However, coming off a loss and a year-long layoff, questions remain about whether Devin would be physically and mentally prepared to take on one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport. Devin's loss too. Ryan Garcia is still fresh and also points to this potential matchup. The brutal nature of that defeat has left many wondering whether Haney still has the hunger and ambition to compete at the highest level. Ryan exposed flaws in Devin's game, particularly his inability to handle pressure and power. Tank, known for his devastating knockout ability, would likely look to exploit those same weaknesses. For Devin, a fight against Tank would be an uphill battle, requiring him to rediscover the form that once made him a unified lightweight champion.
I think he was like 17. I wasn't that much older than him. I think we probably like 3 years older, apart, but I feel as though he slowed down. All that partying and drinking and stuff slowed him down.
Thank you.
As things stand, it's unclear whether Gervonta Davis would entertain a fight with Devin Haney. Tank has plenty of options, including potential showdowns with Shakur Stevenson, Vasyl Lomachenko, and other top contenders. For Devin, the road back to relevance won't be easy. A fight with Tank could either reignite his career or serve as a harsh reminder of his limitations. Bill Haney's confidence in his son's abilities will undoubtedly play a significant role in whether this matchup becomes a reality. The lightweight division is as competitive as ever, and a fight between Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis would undoubtedly be a spectacle. Whether it happens or not, Bill Haney's call-out ensures that the conversation around Devin's future remains as heated as the division itself. For now, Tank will get in the ring with Lamont Roach and perform as usual, but do you think Lamont stands a chance? And who do you want Tank fighting next? Share your thoughts below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.